All right, just quick little video here. Notice that basically Jimmy Kimmel is coming back on the air tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, September 22nd, and he will be back on the air September 23rd, Tuesday. Oh man, Disney caved, which is great. Let's take a look at some of the comments that they made when they came to this decision. Jeez, let me tell you. Okay, so on Monday, September 22nd, the Walt Disney Company issued a statement confirming that the show will return on Tuesday, September 23rd. And this is, I'm reading an article on People. Last Wednesday, this is Disney. Last Wednesday, we made a decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. Okay, sure. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. Referring to Charlie Kirk's, the comments he made on Charlie Kirk's assassination, which again, go back to the clip because everybody saw that clip. He wasn't making a comment on Charlie Kirk, okay? He was making a comment of Charlie Kirk and how the other side were doing everything they can to make sure it didn't look like it was somebody who was on their side. That was a 10 seconds blurb, okay? But the rest of the clip was just on absolutely destroying Donald Trump and his way he's taking Charlie Kirk's death, in my mind and a lot of people's mind, insulting the memory of Charlie Kirk by saying, yeah, I'm doing fine, but look over here. Look at the beautiful ballroom that I'm designing. He didn't care for Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel pointed that out very well. Literally, a 5-year-old could have shown that clip and pointed it out. It's not hard with Donald Trump. So they go on to say, we have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. Let me translate, okay? Jimmy Kimmel was threatening to sue, had a very solid case for wrongful discrimination, or wrongful termination, not discrimination, wrongful termination, and everybody else was on his side, including his fans, the public, on what had happened. So much so that the cancellation page for Disney Plus was crashing multiple times over many days. They were losing market share in terms of streams. People were using their wallets to show exactly who they supported. And it wasn't Disney, it wasn't Donald Trump, it wasn't Charlie Kirk, it was Jimmy Kimmel. Now, you can say that there was multiple reasons. Maybe people said, yeah, it was insensitive, but they believe in freedom of speech, and the government was taking it too far. That's fine. That's still a stance that everybody should be taking. And it worked, which is great, because it would have... It's still, the U.S., in my opinion, is still not on a good track and not in a good way right now. But it would only get worse. That basically it showed that Trump can do whatever they want because he can just dangle the FCC lawsuits, whatever he wanted, unless you went in his direction. And it basically boiled down to that you cannot make fun of me. You cannot talk about me unless it's in good lights. I don't know how else to explain, because he's basically said it in his own words.
Host is on network television. There is a licensing. I'll give you an example. I read someplace that the networks were 97% against me. I got 97% negative, and yet I won easily. I won all 7 swing states, popular, I won everything. And if they're 97% against, they give me only bad publicity or press. I mean, they're getting a license. I would think maybe their license should be taken away.
So this is good. This is a win. like still a long ways to go, and I personally hope that Jimmy Kimmel, yes, stay away from Charlie Kirk. Okay, no problem. But you better not let off Donald Trump one bit. I hope he doubles down, triples down, quadruples down, and insults him every single day. Because I could only imagine, I wish I was a fly on the wall in the White House to see the expression of Donald Trump finding out that Jimmy Kimmel is now back on the air and he can't do a damn thing about it. Oh man, that's just, that would be awesome to see. But anyways, good news. Glad to see Jimmy Kimmel is coming back, and that the American people aren't gonna like have this BS in actually destroying the Constitution. So good on them. Congrats, Jimmy, and to many more excellent, beautiful shows. And if you're not a fan, too bad. Don't watch. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk later.